Hello, Mr. Carducci. This is my paper bag assignment. So I have the front cover of the book. I thought it was going to be a cool design. I have some drawings back here, and on the back I have a couple Legos taped, and at the bottom I have just drawings all over the place. The first element, out of the 7, I have Theodore Boone, the main character. So I thought this was a really important thing because throughout the novel, Theodore was alone for basically like every single breakfast because his parents were on a business trip just being a lawyer, so he was just all alone, and I thought this was going to be a good idea. For the second element, I chose this bike because every single day after breakfast, Theodore would go on his bike and go investigate all the crimes and go to the courtroom to visit his parents because they were both lawyers. But every day he would go on his bike and go see all the crimes and try to solve the crimes. So for my third element, I have this Nerf dart to represent a bullet and a gun because one day at school, Theodore was writing stuff in his notebook when his friend phoned him to say that his cousin has been shot, and that was Theodore's main thing. That was his main goal to accomplish, to see or to solve what has happened to his cousin. So every single day he would have evidence and try to get evidence from. For my fourth element, I have this 2 Lego structures to represent heart or friendship because Theodore would always make friends in the neighborhood and at his school and even in the courtroom with his dad's coworker, and he would just always be loving and caring and kind. As the 5th element, I have this chair to represent Theodore's dad, one of the main characters in the book. He was a real estate lawyer, so every day he would help his son Theodore to get the evidence to who shot his cousin, and he would just sit in his chair and look online to try to help. And I think it's just very important because it was one of the main things in the novel. For the 6th element, I have this paper, and it says being a lawyer on it, just because in the novel, Theodore is always going around just being like a kid lawyer, and that's what the book is called. He just wants to be a lawyer, so that was his goal in life, is to be a lawyer. So I just thought this would represent something. I didn't have like a mallet or anything to represent a lawyer, so I picked a paper, but it's just really important because he wants to be a lawyer. For the very last element, I had a pencil because in school, when it was free time, Theodore would gather all the evidence and write down with a pencil and a paper all the evidence and try to find out